Welcome back to Ms. World Traveler in Mobile. We're taking shelter from the rain inside, but just outside is Cathedral Square, a community gathering place in the historic downtown district whose star attraction is, you guessed it, the cathedral.
15 years after the cornerstone was laid in 1835, one of the oldest buildings in Mobile, the Cathedral Basilica of Immaculate Conception, opened for worship. It has been added to, repaired, modernized, and restored over time, but it continues to stand the test of time and has continued to welcome parishioners for 175 years. Bordering Cathedral Square is Dauphin Street, a pedestrian-friendly commercial district which spans 16 blocks, over 700 historic buildings, and has been on the National Register of Historic Places since 1979. Once you've savored the local flavors at one of the many dining options, savoring local art should be next on your list. Located just 3 miles from downtown, Innova Arts is a gallery showcasing the work of over 50 talented artists, including owner and Metalsmith Shelley Ingersoll.
So Shelley, I understand that you have just passed your 10-year anniversary.
We have. We opened in 2014, and we have survived 10 years and a move.
Which is amazing in this day and age, isn't it?
And grown, and we now have about 50 different local artists that we represent.
Wow. How do you find your artists?
It varies. A lot of people show up asking.
Say, here's my stall. Can I put it in your gallery?
They ask. Certain people I reach out to. Mm-hmm. Everybody's a little bit different.
Well, and you are a metalsmith. You work with gold, silver,
bronze,
copper.
Lots of different things.
Now, so where did you get your training?
I studied under a lady in Fairhope, Betsy Sable. I worked with her for about 20 years before I inherited her studio to continue teaching the lost art.
So if you had to pick, is the teaching side more your thing, or is the creating side?
I would have to say it's kind of an even mix.
Is it?
It's hard to balance the two, but I think I enjoy both equally, and I think the teaching also helps fuel my creativity and what I do as well.
Yes. Well, I think we should have a look at your jewelry, because it's going to speak for it's so beautiful. It's going to speak for itself.
Thank you very much.
So this is one of the pieces that I love because of this sort of basketry feel to it. Is this like a specialty of yours?
Not necessarily, but it's a copper and sterling silver twist. So you take 2 wires and twist them together, and then I cut them to different lengths and piece together the multiple twisted wires.
Well, it has a very nice weight to it.
It does.
So if you had to pick, what are some of your favorite pieces and why?
Ooh, that's a toughie.
That's like asking a mother her favorite child, right?
Yes.
Or a cook their favorite recipe.
Yes.
It's hard to do.
Probably that bracelet up top right there is one of my newer pieces. Yes.
Is it? Okay.
You can pull it down if you want.
So why is it one of your favorites?
So some of my new stuff I'm working on, this is bronze and this is sterling. And I'm using the texture on the bronze and the sterling shiny. But I'm trying to break away from the plain flat bangle and into something more flowy and organic.
Yeah. Well, I see that you also like to wear jewelry. So you like to wear your own pieces. And do people stop you on the street and go, wow, that's so beautiful? Where did you get it?
Yes, sometimes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Because you really are going to be your own best marketing tool.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you ever actually taken something off and sold it to somebody?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Shelley loves to push herself and her boundaries with new ideas and material combinations. So does Monica Hunt, who not only loves a bargain, but also has an amazing eye for seeing how something ordinary can become something incredible.
So this is Monica. And Monica, you make the most incredible, creative, the crocheted pieces. You're using yarns and doilies and all kinds of fabulous things. So tell me how you got started.
I learned to crochet at St. James Major School here in Pritchard, Alabama. The nuns taught us how to knit and how to crochet. They were very forward-thinking people. They took us to the art, to the museums. They took us to concerts, to hear the symphony. They just enriched us with culture.
Yeah, instilling the love of arts at a young age.
At a very young age. And I come from a brick mason background, and my grandmother was a seamstress who could make anything. I can remember her drawing patterns on newspaper, and if you walked out and said, "I like that dress," she could make it for you.
Oh, what a talent.
Yeah, she designed trains for people who were in Mardi Gras parades, and some of the families have kept them. So when they do the coronation, it's a family thing. It has gone down through the generations. The train probably now is 60 years old, and they have preserved it, and they use it over and over. So a part of the art is in me, right?
Yes.
And by degree, I'm a mechanical engineer.
Oh, like you were trying to make the connection, right?
Yes, but my mother wanted me to do something that would earn me money, right? And so if I had said I wanted to be a designer, which is mechanical engineering, is designing machines and tools and whatever, it's a very lucrative profession.
Right.
If I had said I want to design clothes and bags and stuff, she was like, "You can't eat. That will not allow you to eat and have doors. You can't do that, right? But through the years of just Catholic school education, our uniform was a white Peter Pan collar shirt, a blue box pleated skirt, and a red sweater, white socks, and black saloons. For 5 years, I wore that every day to school. And I was a short, chunky kid, so I looked that wide. When I left that school in 8th grade, in my mind, I said, I will never dress like anyone ever again. And the way you do that is to develop your own style.
Very true.
To make your own things.
Yes.
Right? And to remake things that other people have made.
Yes. Make them your own. Yes.
And so that has started me into a life of uniqueness, right? A life of thrift. All of that has come to fashion. That means that this beautiful poncho that you got from me, you'll never see this again. First of all, because I bought the yarns in different places. They might have been in a sale bin, and they might have been in a thrift area. They might have been, somebody might have given them to me, right? But I can never make this again because that's it.
That's it.
Everything is a one of a kind.
Well, I feel like I'm one of a kind. So this is what I got. That is one of your pieces that I am so excited about. What do you think?
I think you look marvelous, darling.
And of course, I do have red lipstick that I will put with it. So I don't have the right lipstick on today, but I will. But it's just fabulous. Well, you were telling me that there's quite a story with this beautiful piece.
Can you see these triangles?
Yes.
Right?
Lots of them.
Every one of these was made by somebody. These pieces that are left at a thrift store.
No.
This was a piece. This was a piece. This was a piece. This was a piece. And I bought them and laid them out and tried to figure out how I was going to join them together into something useful and wearable. And this is the product. I used somebody else's. I didn't let their labor go to waste.
Right.
So
you found a way to just beautifully put them all, and it looks like you meant it. That it was made to go like this, right?
So, and that works. That's the same way with the pieces that I use as the doily pieces, right? So this was probably a small tablecloth, right? And all of these are separate doilies. This was
and you layer them.
I layer them. I add things, adornments to
Some
them.
shells.
Right? I picked these up actually off the beach at Sunset Beach, North Carolina,
Uh-huh.
in my daily walks, and I kept them. And I decided that this piece needed them.
Uh-huh. Well, and it becomes art then.
Yes.
It was made for maybe a different function, and now you take it and it is now art.
And most of these things were decorative. My
Yes.
grandmother made crochet. My mother told me when she saw what I was doing with them, she said, my mother used to make those, and they used to use starch to make them wave, and they stood them up as decorations in their house because they were using just string, which was something that they could get because this is just string, cotton, and they used that to beautify their homes, even though their homes weren't grand, you know. And so honoring and keeping those and repurposing them is my homage to all the people who took the time and the skill to think it up, and that their efforts won't be lost.
Well, it's a beautiful thing you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You've just met two of the women at Innova Arts whose creative genius and passion for their work is evident in every piece. But wait, there's more, much more.
There is still so much to explore here at Innova Arts, so we'll hang around. On the next segment of Ms. World Traveler in Mobile, we'll see how bronze sculptures are created one carefully placed drop at a time. Don't go away.